federal government. So lots to unpack there, including, of course, the banner that came down. Big stunt by Get Up. 0487 99 12 33. What are you going to miss under the monoculture if indeed that was instituted?
Join in the Hunter conversation.
Text 0487 99 12 33 or call 1300 33 12 33.
Now, I think fishing would be allowed. Under the monoculture. But at the moment, you can't fish in Lake Liddell. You're not allowed. You are not allowed anywhere near Lake Liddell because it at least used to have brain-eating amoeba. But here's the thing. The Liddell Power Plant, not only has it not been operating for a couple of years, they actually blew up some of it. So a lot of it's not even there anymore. Are the amoeba still there? Well, it turns out the anglers of New South Wales would like an answer. Andrew Hesterlote is the owner of a small online fishing tackle business and has been doing a bit of an investigation. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
What do you want to know?
Well, I just want to, I want to know whether there's any of the amoeba left, considering it requires 25 degrees to 40 degrees centigrade to live. And as we just heard on the weather report, it's going to be 21 in Singleton, 5 degrees lower. So there's no reason. The main thing is that there's no reason why Lake Liddell should be shut to all these recreations where people stay out of the water. This is not a unique thing. This has happened in other lakes. This has happened at Ellendale Pool in WA. They just have a sign, keep your head out of the water. The same thing with the hot springs in New Zealand. Don't let your nose go under the water. There's absolutely no reason why people couldn't fish from boats, go sailing, fish off the bank. And people were doing that for years. AGL will not supply details of their most recent testing for the amoeba, and that's very, very sus.
Okay. How did this all begin for you, Andrew?
Well, we've got a popular Facebook page. There's 90,000 people on the Facebook page, and just lately there's been a lot of attacks on angling, bans and closures and parks and reserves and no fishing here and this boat ramp closed. It sort of started to morph from a talking about, whiting and brim into talking about people who can't fish in places they've been doing it for years. Like Liddell, I used to fish Liddell myself, and it's a great spot. But there is no reason, Paul. Or if there is some reason, AGL won't tell us what it is. The water is cold. Almost all incidences in Australia of people contracting meningitis from the amoeba have been in Queensland. Right? So they need very warm water. It's like, if you look at the sign in New Zealand, you can see the steam rising off the pool in the background. They need hot weather. It is not a temperate temperature amoeba. It can't survive.
And just to draw the connection there, the whole point is that the only reason, is this your understanding, the only reason that the temperature of Lake Liddell would be higher than 25 degrees is because of runoff from a previously active coal-fired power plant.
That's exactly right, Paul. That's right. Okay. So we can't find out from AGL where they were doing the checking of the testing for amoeba. Obviously, the discharge channel at the power station is way hotter than anywhere else in the lake. But you know what? I think this is just listening to your talk prior to my coming on. I think it's a political matter, and so do a lot of the people on my Facebook page. It's it's a local matter. It's a campaign, a March 2007 campaign issue. It'll be interesting to see if any of the MPs or the candidates up that way want to be, the person who reopened, the MP who reopened Liddell.
Well, there's the call out then. Andrew, you say that AGL won't tell you. To be clear, you have been making inquiries about this. Just to be clear about this, what are the efforts you've gone to try to find some answers?
I've made written requests, very polite requests to AGL for those details. I've also written the New South Wales Health, who said to me just yesterday, sent me an email reply saying they're forwarding it on to the EPA and they're forwarding it on to other government departments. I'm not saying there's some gigantic conspiracy, but they don't want to explain why for nearly 20 years all local people, Muswellbrook people, Hunter people, and people from all over the place. I mean, I used to go out there from Sydney, can't go fishing and fish off the bank or fish out of the boat or go sailing in your boat.
Andrew, what?
I mean, people, sorry to interrupt,
No, that's all right.
Paul, but people, there's photos on the Facebook page. People have been sending me photographs of, like, sailing competitions, water skiing competitions. And why should that be shut down? Why?
And just be clear about this. You're saying if your understanding of this amoeba,
yes,
you can drink. You could. I'm obviously not encouraging this to anyone, but you're saying in theory you could drink the water. You can catch fish out of that water. It would not be a problem. It's only if your head goes under, if water actually enters your body through other orifice.
That's exactly right. But the only orifice where it can really, I won't get too technical, but you must keep your nose out of the water.
Yeah, okay.
And this amoeba is not some unique, a concern just here, just in the Hunter Valley or just at Lake Liddell. It's been dealt with all over the world, including in Australia, including in New Zealand. And there's no reason to lock the gate and say, no more sailing, no more skiing, no more fishing.
Well, Andrew, we might duplicate your efforts, see if AGL or indeed New South Wales Health want to chat to us and give us some information that you haven't been able to get so far. But I appreciate you telling us about your, I suppose, campaign, your efforts, and we'll see what can come of it.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Andrew Hestelow, owner of a small online fishing tackle business that has quite a few almost 100,000, about 90,000 followers on Facebook. They've been doing a bit of digging, as you're hearing. What do you think? To be clear, absolutely not encouraging any activity around Lake Liddell at this point in time. I would not take anything from us in terms of what is safe and what is not, but I am happy to ask the questions and find out. So we'll put some requests off to AGL and New South Wales government and see whether angling could return. Another text, happy to get your text messages this morning. 0487 99 12.